Welcome to Top Rare Coins, your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden treasures of history. On this channel, we explore some of the most fascinating and valuable old coins from the United States. From rare pennies and silver dollars to historic coins worth thousands of dollars, each piece has a story waiting to be uncovered. Whether you're a collector, a history lover, or just curious about coins you might have lying around, this channel will guide you through the world of rare US coins, helping you valuable finds and learn what makes them so special. Don't forget to subscribe and join us as we uncover the secrets behind America's rarest coins. Here is a professional, engaging, and detailed YouTube script of about 1,200 words for your topic. Welcome back to Top Rare Coins, the channel where hidden treasures meet real history and small coins can hold life-changing value. Today, we are diving into one of the most talked about and mysterious coins in the coin collecting world, the 1970 Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark. A coin that, at first glance, looks completely ordinary, but under the right circumstances, could be worth an astonishing amount, even reaching values starting from $1,200,000 in rare cases. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny that could be worth over $1 million. So what makes this coin so special? Why are collectors and experts willing to pay such a high price? And most importantly, could you have one in your pocket right now? Let's uncover the story. First, let's talk about the basics. The Lincoln 1 cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been a part of American currency since 1909. By 1970, these coins were being produced in multiple mint facilities, including Denver and Philadelphia. Normally, coins minted in Denver carry a small D mint mark, while those from Philadelphia traditionally had no mint mark at all. But here's where things get interesting. The 1970 D penny is supposed to have a visible D mint mark. However, a rare and highly unusual error has been discovered. A 1970 penny that appears to be from Denver but has no mint mark at all. This anomaly has sparked intense debate among collectors. Some experts believe this could be due to a minting error, such as a filled die or an over-polished die that removed the mint mark completely. Others suggest the possibility of a transitional error or a highly unusual production mistake. Whatever the cause, the result is a coin that should not exist, and that's exactly what makes it incredibly valuable. Today, we are diving into one of the most misunderstood yet fascinating coins in US history, the 1980 Liberty 1 cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, and why some collectors are willing to pay astonishing amounts for what looks like an ordinary coin. At first glance, the 1980 penny seems completely normal. It features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Millions of these coins were produced, and most people wouldn't think twice before spending one. But what if I told you that certain versions of this coin could be worth far more than just 1 cent? Let's start with the basics. If your 1980 penny does not have a mint mark, that means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint struck billions of pennies, making them very common in circulation. So why are collectors even interested in this coin? The answer lies in the details. Coin collecting is not about the common version, it's about the rare variations. Tiny differences, minting mistakes, and unique features can turn an ordinary coin into something extremely valuable. One of the most important things to look for in a 1980 penny is minting errors. These errors happen during the production process and can create unusual and rare coins that collectors are eager to find. Today's video might completely change the way you look at your spare change. Imagine finding a simple 1 cent coin in your pocket that could be worth over $1.2 million. It sounds unbelievable, but it's real. Today, we are talking about the rare and highly valuable 1981 Liberty 1 cent with no mint mark. At first glance, the 1981 penny looks like any ordinary coin. You've probably seen hundreds of them. It features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Millions of these coins were produced, so why would one be worth a fortune while others are only worth 1 cent? The answer lies in a rare combination of factors that collectors dream about. These include mint errors, condition, and unique variations that most people overlook. The 1981 penny without a mint mark is especially interesting because it can sometimes indicate a rare production anomaly or a high-grade specimen that survived in near-perfect condition. Let's start by understanding what a mint mark is. A mint mark is a small letter on a coin that tells you where it was made. For US coins, common mint marks include D for Denver and S for San Francisco. If there is no mint mark, it usually means the coin was produced in Philadelphia. However, not all no mint mark coins are valuable. The real value comes when something unusual happens during production. In 1981, the US Mint was transitioning metal compositions and refining production techniques. This created opportunities for rare errors and variations. Some 1981 pennies were struck with exceptional sharpness and detail, while others may have experienced die errors or unusual finishes. When collectors find a coin that stands out from the rest, its value can skyrocket. One of the most valuable types is a high-grade uncirculated coin. These coins are graded on a scale, with MS meaning mint state. The higher the number, the better the condition. A 1981 penny graded MS67 or higher is extremely rare. Most coins from that year were used in circulation and show wear. Finding one in pristine condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Now let's talk about the shocking part, value. While most 1981 pennies are worth only face value, a rare, high-grade example with perfect detail and luster can reach prices starting from $1,200 and in exceptional cases climb into the range of hundreds of thousands or even over $1 million depending on rarity, demand, and auction competition. Yes, a single penny could potentially change your life. But how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? There are a few key things to look for. First, check the condition. A valuable coin should have a shiny, almost mirror-like surface with no scratches, stains, or wear. The details on Lincoln's face and the lettering should be sharp and clear. Second, look closely for any unusual features. This includes doubling in the text, off-center strikes, or unusual coloration. These errors can significantly increase value. Third, verify the absence of a mint mark. While this alone does not guarantee value, it is part of the identification process. Fourth, consider professional grading. Serious collectors and buyers rely on grading services to authenticate and evaluate coins. If you believe you have a rare 1981 penny, sending it to a professional grading company can confirm its authenticity and potentially increase its market value. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1994 Lincoln penny, specifically the version with no visible mint mark. This small copper coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but under the right conditions, it can become a hidden gem for collectors. Let's uncover the truth behind this coin, how to identify valuable versions, and what it could really be worth in today's market. First, let's understand what no mint mark actually means. In the United States, coins are produced at different mint facilities. The most common ones are Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally had no mint mark for many years, especially on pennies. So if you find a 1994 penny without a mint mark, it simply means it was struck in Philadelphia. Now here's the important part. This is completely normal. Millions and millions of 1994 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, making them very common. So just having a 1994 penny with no mint mark does not automatically make it rare or valuable. But don't lose interest yet, because condition and errors can change everything. The real value of any coin depends heavily on its condition, also known as its grade. A heavily worn penny that has been in circulation for years will usually only be worth its face value. But if you find a 1994 penny in near perfect condition, something collectors call mint state, the value can increase significantly. Coins that have never been used in daily transactions often retain their original shine, sharp details, and clean surfaces. These are the coins that collectors actively search for. Now let's talk about something even more exciting, mint errors. This is where things get interesting. Mint errors happen during the coin production process. These errors are not intentional, but they can make a coin unique and highly desirable. For a 1994 penny, some of the errors to look out for include double strikes, off-center designs, die cracks, or unusual coloring. If you happen to find a 1994 penny with a clear and noticeable error, its value could jump from just a few cents to anywhere between $10, $50, or even more depending on the rarity and condition of the error. One of the most sought-after features is a strong double die effect, where the lettering or numbers appear duplicated. This kind of error is rare and can attract serious collectors. Another thing to check is the coin surface. A clean, bright red penny is often more valuable than one that has turned brown over time. Collectors refer to this as red versus brown condition, and the difference in value can be significant. Now let's address the big question. What is the actual market value of a 1994 penny with no mint mark? In most cases, a circulated 1994 penny is worth exactly 1 cent. If it's in uncirculated condition, it might sell for anywhere from 10 cents to a few dollars. High-grade examples graded by professional services can sometimes reach $20 to $50 or slightly more. Today we are diving into one of the most talked about modern coins in the collecting world, the 1997 Lincoln Liberty 1 cent with no mint mark. You may have seen viral videos or headlines claiming this small copper coin could be worth thousands, even millions of dollars. But is that actually true, or is it just internet hype? Let's break it down step by step so you understand the real value, the rare possibilities, and how to know if your coin is truly special. First, let's talk about what this coin actually is. The 1997 Lincoln 1 cent is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which was minted from 1959 to 2008. On the front, you see Abraham Lincoln's portrait, one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage. On the back, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial Building. Now here's where things get interesting, the phrase no mint mark. Many people believe that if a coin has no mint mark, it must be an error or rare. But that is not true in most cases. For 1997 pennies, a missing mint mark simply means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia coins traditionally did not carry a mint mark, so this is completely normal and not an error. In fact, more than 4.6 billion of these no mint mark pennies were produced in 1997 alone. So right away, we know one thing clearly. The 1997 no mint mark penny is extremely common. Now you might be wondering, if it's so common, why are people saying it's worth a fortune? The answer comes down to condition, grading, and rare exceptions. Let's talk about value. In everyday circulated condition, a 1997 penny without a mint mark is typically worth exactly 1 cent. If it has some wear from use, it might be worth only face value or just a few cents. If the coin is uncirculated, meaning it has never been used and still looks fresh, its value increases slightly. These coins can sell for anywhere between 10 cents and a few dollars depending on quality. But here's where things start to get exciting. When we move into high-grade coins, especially those graded MS67, MS68, or higher, the value can jump significantly. Collectors love coins that still have their original red copper shine, known as red or road condition. These are far more desirable than coins that have turned brown over time. Some top-quality examples of the 1997 no mint mark penny have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One of the most famous sales was a nearly perfect specimen graded MS69, which sold for over $6,000 at auction. That's an incredible jump from just 1 cent to thousands, but it's important to understand that these coins are extremely rare in such perfect condition. Now let's address the biggest myth. You may have seen claims that this coin is worth $1,200 million or more. Let's be very clear, there is no verified record of a 1997 penny selling anywhere close to that amount. Even the highest known sales are in the thousands, not millions. So if you hear someone saying this coin is worth millions just because it has no mint mark, that information is misleading. However, that doesn't mean valuable coins don't exist. The real value comes from rare errors and exceptional condition. Let's talk about what to look for. First, check the condition of your coin. Does it still have a bright, shiny red color? Are there scratches, marks, or signs of wear? The cleaner and sharper the details, the higher the potential value. Second, look for minting errors. Error coins are where things can get really interesting. Some examples include double die errors, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. These types of errors can significantly increase a coin's value because they are rare and unique. Even a small error can turn an ordinary penny into something collectors are willing to pay a premium for. Third, consider professional grading. If you believe you have a high-quality or unusual coin, sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can help determine its exact value. Grading provides authenticity and assigns a condition score, which is critical in the coin market. Now let's compare the 1997 no mint mark penny with the 1997 D penny. The 1997 D penny was minted in Denver and has a small D below the date. Just like the Philadelphia version, it is also very common, with over 4.5 billion coins produced. In most cases, both versions have similar values unless they are in extremely high grades or have rare errors. So neither coin is inherently rare. The difference lies in condition and uniqueness. Another important factor is demand. Today's video is something truly exciting, especially for collectors and treasure hunters. We are diving into a modern coin that has shocked the numismatic world, the 2018 Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny from 2018 that, under the right conditions, could be worth an incredible amount of money. Some collectors and listings have pushed values starting from $1,200 and, in extremely rare cases with unique characteristics, even much higher depending on condition, errors, and demand. So how can a coin that is so recent become so valuable? Stay with me as we uncover the story, the details, and how you might identify one of these rare coins in your own pocket change. Let's start with the basics. The 2018 Lincoln Cent is part of the long-running Lincoln Penny series, first introduced in 1909. It features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Union Shield design on the reverse, which has been used since 2010. Most 2018 pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins from Philadelphia typically do not carry a mint mark, while coins from Denver have a small D mint mark under the date. So at first glance, a 2018 penny without a mint mark might seem completely normal. But here's where things get interesting. Not all no-mint mark coins are equal. Collectors have discovered that certain 2018 pennies without a mint mark display unusual characteristics, including striking errors, die variations, or extremely high-quality preservation that makes them stand out from regular circulation coins. And this is where value starts to climb. Now, let's talk about what makes a 2018 no-mint mark penny valuable. First, condition is everything. A coin that looks brand new, with no scratches, no wear, and a strong, sharp strike is far more valuable than one that has been heavily circulated. These coins are graded on a scale, and the highest grades, often referred to as mint state, can significantly increase the price. Second, error varieties. Some 2018 pennies have been found with minting errors. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, or unusual surface textures. Even a small error can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's prize. Third, rarity within availability. Even though millions drives demand, and demand drives price. Now let's address the big question. Is it really possible for a 2018 penny to be worth thousands or even more? The answer is yes, but with an important note. Not every 2018 no-mint mark penny is valuable. In fact, most are still worth just 1 cent. However, rare examples with exceptional condition or unique minting errors have been listed and sold at significantly higher prices. Some high-grade coins certified by professional grading services have reached impressive values in auctions and collector markets. When combined with rare error features, prices can rise dramatically. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? Here are a few things you should check right now. Take out a 2018 penny and look closely at the front. Check the area under the date. If there is no mint mark, that means it was produced in Philadelphia.